Hey, what's up? Commando here, and welcome to my Royal Rumble 2016 predictions. Gonna have to record this again. I just recorded it, and I was uploading it, and then I was sitting back watching. I was waiting to start watching this video WWE uploaded, the gigantic Royal Rumble eliminations, and then I just put my hand in my head, and the button for my microphone was off. I don't know how it goes off because I never touch it, but it went off, and I was like, no. So gonna have to re-record this. So yeah, we're at the Royal Rumble 2016, and now um, before it was announced that this was going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship, I wasn't looking forward to it, and I was getting ready to not be interested and sort of hate on this show. But then they announced for the World Heavyweight Championship, which I got to see. I wasn't spoiled by it, because I usually before I go to work I read about it. But I had that day off that day, so I got to watch it without knowing anything that happened. So I was pretty surprised with that, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. We're interested to see what's going to happen. And that same day was when the rumors about AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, and I believe it's pronounced Shinsuke Nakamura, are going to be coming to the WWE at some point. A lot of people thinking it was going to be happening in the Royal Rumble. Apparently, AJ Styles is going to be the Royal Rumble or Raw or SmackDown. Um, uh, Doug Gallows and Carl Anderson are going to be NXT in February or March time, and Nakamura is going to be coming to the Performance Center or something in February sometime for testing or training or whatever. So some interesting times are coming if all of this is true. But apparently AJ Styles was set to debut at the Royal Rumble, but then all this came out and they sort of changed. Things might have changed, and then there's this whole thing with TNA where they claim they had AJ Styles and that into a agreement thing, but then it didn't happen. So I don't know. But I was just reading this thing. I'm going to talk about this first. I was just looking up the Royal Rumble for the match card, and then I seen this article from What Culture, which seems to be growing in popularity this last while. And the things they said was going to happen was The Rock appears for the second year in a row. I don't know. Don't think so. The next one is The Undertaker in the Rumble, which could happen. I can see that happening. There's like a thing of him working out or something. He's lifting a 405 pounds or something. It's pretty impressive. The next one is Sami Zayn shows up in the Kevin Owens match. I don't think so, because there's so much stuff recorded for NXT, and if you didn't see, Austin Aries is going to be debuting NXT in a few weeks. That's WWE's been posting about that, and it's been all over everywhere else. The next one is AJ Styles goes an hour, which I have my doubts. I think he'll come in at the end, but they say he could come in at the number 2 slot or something, and then last like an hour and have like the shocking performance of the night or something where fans really love him or something. But eventually he's eliminated right at the end. I don't know. And then it says Triple H is supposedly a big fan of Styles, so perhaps he'll push through this scenario. A stunning 1 hour demonstration of what AJ Styles is all about. Triple H is also a fan of Tyler Breeze. Already buried. Okay, moving on. Finn Balor invades with Balor Club. Nope, I don't see that happening either. Mainly because they've got so much stuff taped for NXT. He's still the NXT champion as well. Dean Ambrose heel turn on Roman Reigns. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't see it happening. Now the next one is Reigns goes early, which would be shocking. It says if he went, it'd be a shocker if he went in the first 10 minutes. That would be really shocking. if something like that happened, then there'd be so much excitement over who was going to win it and intrigue, I guess. Do I see it happening though? I really don't. I don't think that would happen. Um, it would be a big shock, like they said. It says it would be a big shock if they did go this route, and Reigns still has to be considered a hot favorite to win. Hmm. The next one is a diva enters the Rumble, and they think it should be Charlotte, but I don't think so. If it was going to be anyone, it should be Sasha Banks, since she's so popular. But she's like injured right now. A lot of people are injured in WWE right now, so I don't know if that would happen. The next one is Brock Lesnar quickly eliminated. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, I think he'll be eliminating a lot of people. A lot of people will be getting souplayed, as I like to say. I don't see him being eliminated early. Don't think so. The next one is Triple H steals the show in an hour of excellence. I don't think so either. I don't see that happening. It would be shocking if something like that did happen, but I don't think so. I think he'll be in near the end. It's a surprise. And the last one is the one that should happen, and it's a winner that isn't Reigns, Lesnar, or Triple H. Yes, that's what I want to see. I want to see someone new win it. I want to see someone different. I just want it to be something that we don't see coming. That would be really good. Whether it'll go a route, I don't know, but I think that's the way they should go, is a surprise winner. It would really get people talking. So yeah, there's all that. So let's move on to the actual show now. The match was just announced like yesterday or the day before. Darren Young and Damien Sandow, this is on the pre-show, versus the Dudley Boys versus the Ascension versus Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. Fatal 4-way tag match where the winning team gets into the Rumble. Don't understand the whole D Young Titus O'Neil thing. They just split them up randomly, no idea why. They're just like, oh, they want to go their separate ways, but they're still friends or some shit. And Titus has the same match with Stardust every fucking week. But most likely to win this is the Dudley Boys, I'd say. And also, Mark Henry and Swagger have been facing the Ascension like 3 times in the last few weeks, and Mark Henry and Swagger have won every single time. Vince and Kevin Dunn. But yeah, Dudley Boys will likely win this one. Next, we have the actual Royal Rumble, where what I think is going to happen, or what I would like to happen, is Triple H will come in late, likely maybe number 30 or something, or AJ Styles will come in number 30, and Triple H will maybe come out and like screw Reigns. Now, would they actually go with Styles or that winning the title? That's the part I don't see like that. I just don't think they would go that route. But the only title that has never been won in a debut match is the World Heavyweight title. I'm pretty sure of it. Pretty sure that's true. I know every other title has, but this could be the way for them to do that and get that, get that fact out there, or that stat, whatever. But I don't know. I don't see Vince agreeing to it. I really don't. But that's kind of the way I'd like it to go. But honestly, I just want it to be entertaining. If it's like it was last year, then it's just going to be a rather angry review like it was last year. You can go and check that angry review out if you want. But I did not like last year's at all. I don't see them going with Reigns winning. If they did, it would have to be done right. But like I say, I don't think so. I don't know if I've said it already, but I just don't think he's not the same guy as he was 2 years ago. Like when you see the video packages of him in the 2014 Rumble when he was being a badass, he's just not the same guy. The promos and all that, I think, have ruined him, and the cheesy smile. I don't know if I've said this in this video or if this was the previous one that I attempted to record. But even in that video on SmackDown with R-Truth, or after SmackDown or some shit, they were saying happy birthday to him. Even then, he just sounded so like forced and phony. You would think that would be like an unscripted kind of thing, but he just didn't sound good. I was like, bloody hell, this guy's not good at talking. So I think that's what's ruined. I still like the guy, but I kind of feel they're ruining him in a way, and I don't think the whole him and sort of like repeating the Stone Cold versus Vince thing, it just seems so phony and forced. It just doesn't. It's just not having the same effect. But I just hope it's entertaining. I really do. But I think there'll be. I really do hope it'll be better this time than last year. I think it will be. Like Reigns being number one certainly opens up some, potential, I guess. But we'll see what happens. Now next we have Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens, last man standing match for the Intercontinental Championship, which I think this will be the best match of the night. I definitely think this will be the best one out of the lot. Who's going to win it though? That's the thing. I don't know. Like you would think a last man standing match would sort of maybe go with Kevin Owens because he's such a bit of a beast. Well, I mean he was like NXT. But then Dean Ambrose was also a wild and crazy lunatic. So I don't know. It's kind of a match that would benefit both of them if you want to look at it in a kayfabe kind of way or whatever. But I think it'll be a great match. I'm gonna go with Dean Ambrose. I mean, he did just win it last month at TLC, so I think he'll win it. But I think it'll be a great match. I really do think it'll be the best match of the night. Next, also, the better moments of this feud I think have happened like on SmackDown. Like they had the thing where they went through the two tables with that brawl when they first moved to the USA Network. And then this past episode, I just watched it a while ago with the Miz TV thing. That was the best part of the entire show. The rest was pretty crap. This was quite a bad episode of SmackDown this week, I thought. Like usually I enjoy SmackDown over Raw, but this one wasn't very good. Neither was Raw this week, actually. It was pretty boring. But I think the better stuff's happened on SmackDown for the most part in this feud. And also, Mauro Ranallo is a fantastic commentator. Really like that guy. He actually calls the match, I know. An amazing thing that you don't see often. Anyways, moving on. Alberto Rio versus Kalisto for the US title. Loads of people were pissed about this when Kalisto lost the title a day later at the SmackDown tapings. When I first seen it, I was like, what? But then when I actually watched SmackDown, seen how it happened, I thought it was done well, because it wasn't like it was just a complete squash or anything like that. It was actually done in a good way. And Del Rio is insanely stiff. In some of his matches, he's ridiculously stiff. Like especially when he's facing Kalisto, like whoa, bloody hell. And he's always like trying to rip off the mask and stuff. He was the same with Mysterio. I don't know what that's about. And he gets it off, and then they have to bloody put it back on again. But I don't think Kalisto will win it here. Maybe at Fastlane, maybe there'll be some interference from Barrett or something again. But I don't think he'll win it here. Not after they've just sort of changed the title a couple times. Maybe Fastlane, because I heard they want to make Fastlane a more like relevant pay-per-view or something. Apparently Lesnar's going to be there and Jericho, so I think if a title changes will happen, it will maybe happen there. So yeah, I think Del Rio will win. I think it'll be a good match again. Next we have Charlotte versus Becky Lynch for the Divas Championship. And something I spoke about in the last time I attempted to record was I like how Triple H constantly gives like a little middle finger to old Vince with NXT. Like they had this battle royal for the women a few weeks ago. It was either 2 or 3 weeks ago, and when I heard about it, I was like, I hope this is actually over the top and not just like the other crappy ones on the main roster. And it was, and it was good. It was a good match. And then like this past episode of NXT, they actually called it the women's division. Like before, they still sort of call it the Divas division, but they call it the women's division. So I like the constant little middle fingers to old Vince by Triple H. Just like when the Takeover Dallas was announced, and he posted a picture with this like cheesy grin on his face, which is gonna happen 2 days before WrestleMania. So I just like that little bit of finger by Triple H to Vince. You gotta love it. But Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Charlotte's had a long enough title reign. I don't like the longer title reigns, to be honest. Like this length, like a good few good few months like Charlotte's had it. I think like maybe 3 months tops is alright. Just even more so with the divas due to there's only one title, and they can only do one feud. Um, so I think they should definitely switch up more often. But I really think Becky should win here. The build to it's been alright. And Charlotte is so much better as a heel than face. She was so bad at the face, like with the promos. Holy crap, so bad. She's much better at the heel, much more convincing. And Becky is like the good underdog. I think she'll win it. I really hope she does anyway. So yeah, Becky Lynch for the win, and old Ric Flair will be there too. He'll probably get interfered. Maybe Becky can kick him in the face or something. That'd be kind of funny. So next, the final match, we have the New Day versus the Usos, as Booker T would say. Now the build to this has been kind of strange because it's kind of been more the New Day versus Chris Jericho, and then the Usos just sort of there at times. So I don't know. I don't know. I wish they would push some other people, or they would just do some more things in feuds. That's the thing I hate, is the feuds lack any real things happening. Like bloody Titus and Stardust, they face each other every single week in the exact same fucking match, but nothing happens. It's boring. Nothing's happening. But I mean, it's been okay, but nothing great. I wouldn't even say nothing good. It hasn't been great at all, really. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Usos win it. The New Day's had the titles a while, and the New Day, I like the New Day, I really do. They haven't been. They're still good and usually the highlight, but they're not. There's been funnier moments before than there has been sort of recently. They're still good though. I still like them. But I don't know. I hope it's a good match though, and they're usually always entertaining. Like if Xavier Woods is on the outside, we'll be getting some good commentary. Well, I mean, if Michael Cole shuts the fuck up and we get to hear Xavier Woods, it'll be some good stuffs. So yeah, I'll go with the Usos, but I don't know. I kind of just wish they would push the other teams and make the other teams somewhat relevant. I mean, like the Dudley Boys, they're not doing anything with them, or the Ascension. Well, I mean, they were ruined the day they bloody got demoted to the main roster. They were ruined then. There's not really any other teams though. I mean, they broke up prominent players for no reason. Kalisto and Sin Cara are kind of wrecked right now, and there goes the old screen being a ferret. But people say they want Enzo and Big Cass to come up to the main roster. Why? Can you not see that being brought to the main roster is not a good thing? I mean, it's been pretty evident in the last bloody 3 years or so. I mean, Tyler Breeze is already ruined. Vince doesn't like him. They brought him in and they thought, oh, he's kind of like a heel Dolph Ziggler or some shit. And Vince agreed, and they started the push. Vince didn't like it. No more push. Like, they always talk about this brass ring shit. But really, if Vince doesn't like you or that's it. That's it. You don't get a push. It's as simple as that. It's a lot of shit. I don't see why people want Enzo and Big Cass to come to Raw and that. I mean, they want to call them Team Soft. Why would you call them that? Their whole gimmick, persona, is calling other people soft, because soft is not something you want to be. Vince and Kevin Dunn, just doing their thing, ruining NXT people's. That's what they do. You should know this by now. If you don't, well, as the punker would say, dumb as fuck. Sorry. Not sorry. But yeah, that's it. Tell me your predictions for the show. That's about it. I don't have any much more to say. I'm kind of wrecked here from having to record this twice. I was kind of pissed off when it didn't record. But yeah, tell me who you think's gonna win. I hope it's just a good show. That's all I want. I don't really mind who wins as long as it's entertaining. If it's entertaining, then it's okay. If there's loads of rest holds, if there's loads of trying to eliminate him but never eliminating him, if that happens the entire match, then I'm just gonna rage about it in the review. So if that happens, you're probably gonna look forward to the review because I'm not gonna be happy with it. But we'll see what happens. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you for my review. Oh, also, on my way to watch the Destruction of the Shield. Like, there's a little show that they air here in the UK every month where they show like a DVD thing, but they only show like an hour of it, and they talk about the pay-per-view that's coming up as well. So I'm gonna go out and watch that. So yeah, hopefully it's good. But that's it. Bye.